Sarvebhyo Namaskaraha. I hope I am audible. Sorry for the technical glitch. There was a small problem, so we had to create a new link. So just gave some time for those who had missed to join. We'll start now. Sada bala roopapi vighnadrihantri mahadanti vaktrapi panchasya manya vidhindradi mrigya ganesha bhidhame vidhattam shriyam kapi kalyana murtihi. Do a recap of Matsya Traya katha, the famous story of Anagata Vidhata, Pratyutpannamati, and Yad Bhavishya. Quickly run through it. Kasmimsit Jalashaya, Anagata Vidhata, Pratyutpannamati, Yad Bhavishyascheti, Trayo Matsyaha Santi, Atha Kadachittam Jalashayam Drishtva Gacchadhir Matsya Jeevibhihi Uktam, Bahumatsyoyam Hradaha, Kadachitapi Nasmabhirangeshitaha. तदद्य तावद् आहारवृत्तिः सञ्जाता सन्ध्यासमयश्च संवृत्तः ततः प्रभाते अत्र आगन्तव्यम् इति निश्चयः. So this was decided by the fishermen when they encountered this pond and they found it to be abundant with fishes. अतस्तेषां तत् पुलिशपातोपमं वचस्समाकर्ण्य अनागत विधाता सर्वान् मत्स्यान् आहूयेद मुचे अहो श्रुतं भवद्भिर्यन् मत्स्यजीविभिरभिहितं तद् रात्रावपि गम्यतां किञ्चित् निकटं सरः उक्तं च. So अनागत विधाता immediately, the planner for future, immediately gets ready and says, let's leave the place. अशक्तैर्बलिनश्शत्रो कर्तव्यं प्रपलायनं संश्रितव्योऽथवा दुर्गो नान्या तेषां गतिर्भवेत्. So when you know that your enemy is more powerful than you and you are an ashakta, when you realize that the best course of action for you would be to flee the place. तन्नूनं प्रभातसमये मत्स्यजीविनः अत्र समागम्य मत्स्यसंक्षयं करिष्यन्ति. एतन् मम मनसि वर्तते तन्नयुक्तं साम्प्रतं क्षणमप्यत्रावस्थातु. Is anagata vidhata stand. Vidyamanagati stands. Vidyamanagatiriesham anyatrapi sukhavah tena pashyanti vidvamso dehabhangam kulakshayam. So those vidwans, who have another place where they can take refuge in and they can live a better life, they do not stay back to see their own country or their own people suffer. They don't do this. Tada karne pratyutpannamati praha aho satyam abhihitam bhavata mamapya bhishtam etat. So pratyutpannamati agrees and he says paradesha bhayadhita bahumaya navumsakaha swadeshe nidhanam yanti ka purusha mrigaha. So those who are afraid of exploration, only they perish in their own land. They get killed in their own place. Because afraid of adventure and exploration, they choose to stay in the same place, even when they realize it to be full of, some kind of a problem. There is, even having after realized that, they continue to stay, and that brings their fall ultimately. Yasyasti sarvatra gatisya kasmat swadesharagena hi adinasham tatasya kupoyam iti bruvanaha ksharam jalam kapurusha pibanti. So saying things like, this is my ancestral property and my forefathers lived here, I will not leave the place. All this is only a sign of weakness and shows your lack of adventurous spirit and fear of new places. So that is not a welcome attitude according to Pratyutpannamati and according to this katha. So atha tat samakarnya prochair vihasya yadhavishyah provacha aho nabhavadhyam mantritam samyagetaditi yatah kim vangmatrenapi tesham vangmatrenapi pitrupaitamahikam yetat sarastyaktum nayujyate yadyayuh kshayosti tadanyatra gatanamapi mrityur bhavishyateva. So he talks this empty philosophy. Arakshitam tishtati daiva rakshitam. We have already seen this in the beginning of the text. Tadaham nayasyami bhavadhyam cha yat pratibhati tat kartavyam atha tasya tam nischayam nyatva anagata vidhata pratyutpannamatischa nishkranto. So knowing this decision of yad bhavishya, anagata vidhata and pratyutpannamati leave saha parijanena along with all the parijanas. Atha prabhate tair matsyajeevibhir jalaistad jalashayam aloke yad bhavishyena saha tatsaro nirmatsyatam neetam. So they came the next day and finished off the remaining fishes in the pond. Continuing with the Tittibha katha. Tachhrutva Tittibha aha bhadre kim mam yadbhavishya sadrisham bhambhavayasi tat pasyame buddhi prabhavam yavadenam dushta samudram swachanchva shoshayami Tittibhyaha aho paste samudrena saha vigraha tannayuktamasya kopam kartum. So Tittibhi continues to give him upadesha and says that look at your size, okay, and look at the majestic samudra and give up your anger. पुंसाम असमर्थानाम पुंसाम उपद्रवायात्मनो भवेत् कोपः पिठरं ज्वलदति मात्रं निज पार्श्वानेव दहति तराम. So a pot that burns a lot, it only ends up destroying its own sides, its own parts. So there is not much of a use of anger for people who are incapable of accomplishing things. Titibha aha priye mamaivam vada yesham utsaha shaktir bhavati tve swalpa api gurun vikramante. So those who have enthusiasm, those who have utsaha shakti, they could be, their size could be insignificant, but that does not matter. Swalpaha te swayam swalpaha api gurun vikramante. They can win over great beings. Uktancha pramanad adhikasyapi gandasyama madachyutehe padam mudhini samadhatte kesari mattadantinah. So kesari and mattadanti are the ideal example here, where the size of the lion is nowhere near the size of a huge elephant, but still a kesari finishes off an elephant. Balasyapi ravev padah patantyupari bhubhritam tejasa sahajatanam vayah putropayujyate. So where is the question of talking about age or size for those who are born with tejas, valor? Hasti sthulatara sachankushavachah kim hasti vavashah kim hasti matronkusho deepe prajwalite pranashyati tamah kim deepa matram tamah vajrenapi hataf patanti girayah kim vajramatro giris tejo yasya virajate sabalavan sthuleshu kafpratyayah. So we saw this as well in the last class. What is there in the size? Okay, isme kya rakha hai? What is there? Because tejaha yasya virajate sahabalavan. So the one who has teja, okay, he alone is balavan, no matter his size. And different examples for that we saw in the shloka. Tadanaya chanchua asya sakalam toyam shushkasthalatam nayami tittibhyaha bhog kanta yatra janhavi navanadi shatani grihitva nityameva pravishati tatha sindhuscha tat katham tum ashtadasha nadishatayif puryamanam tam viprusavahinya chanchua shoshayishyasi tat kim ashraddheye noktena. So Tittibhi says, see, this is no ordinary place. Atra Janhavi. So Janhavi brings 900 other rivers and, enters this ocean, and so does Sindhu. So the Sindhu river and Janhavi together bring 1,800 rivers, and they empty their waters in this place. And what is your capability? Viprushavahini chanchuhu. Tava chanchuhu. Ukaranta strilinga shabdaha. Chanchuhu. Okay. This chanchu is capable of carrying a drop, a bindu. Viprushavahiniya chanchua katham shoshayishyasi. Tittibhyaha prashnaha. And now Tittibha says, oh, I think we saw this as well. Anirveda shriyo moolam chanchur melo hasannibha ahoratrani dirghani samudrah kimna shushyati. Anirvedaha shriyaha moolam. So, not losing your enthusiasm. So, having an enthusiastic outlook, that is the source of prosperity. Shriyaha moolam. And me chanchuhu loha sannibha asti. See, I might have a small beak, but it has the capacity of iron. It is like iron. Loha sannibha asti. Ahoratrani dirghani santi. And there are long days and nights. If continuous effort is put by me, will the ocean not dry up one day? Tittibhyaha yaditvaya avasyam samudrena saha vigrahanushtanam karyam tadanyanapi vihangamanahuya suhrajjana sahitaha eva samachara. So now Tittibhi says, fine, she understands that she cannot convince Tittibha otherwise. He has made up his mind, and she also does not want to hamper his enthusiasm. So she says, so she gives him this idea that will only help him more. Right? Yaditvaya avasyam samudrena saha vigrahanushtanam karyam. So if you have made up your mind and you definitely want to pick up this fight with Samudra, anyanapi vihangaman ahuya. So please collect all other pakshis and sukhrijjana sahitaha and do this andolan. Okay? Go on a strike against Samudra, whatever you want to do. Okay? Do it as a mass agitation. Suhrujjana sahitaha. Along with your friends, you may do it. That would be a wiser thing to do. Uktancha. Bahunamapyasaranam samavayo hi durjayaha trinairaveştyate rajjuriyaya nagopi padhyate. Bahunamapyasaranam samavayo hi durjayaha trinairaveştyate rajjuriyaya nagopi padhyate. Bahunam api asarana samavayah hi durjayah trinaihi aveshtyate rajju yaya nagaha api badhyate. So if we think of rajju, okay, so a huge rope, okay, trinaihi aveshtyate. Okay, see, a strong rope is after all made up of straws, right? It is a bundle of straw that generates a huge rope. Trinaihi aveshtyate rajjuhu yaya taya rajjva nagaha api badhyate. Even an elephant can be tied. Even a giant elephant can be tied using that rope. Okay. But then, so what do we learn here? That a small straw is nothing against an elephant, but their union. Okay, tesham samavayaha, tesham samuhaha durjayo bhavati. It is effective even against a mighty elephant. Okay, so that is what is the bhava here. There is another question. Chanchuhu is not dviti. Chanchuhu is like vadhuhu shabda. Okay. E ukaranta strilinga shabda. Vadhuhu, vadhvau, vadhvaha. Vadhum, vadhvau, vadhuhu. Okay. That is how chanchu shabda also is ukaranta strilinga. All right. Tathacha. Also, itibhi continues. Chataka kashtha kuttena Makshika dardurais mahajana virodhena kunjaraf pralayam gataha. Chataka kashthakuttena makshika dardurais mahajana virodhena kunjaraf pralayam gataha. Chataka kashthakuttena makshika darduraihi tatha mahajana virodhena kunjaraha pralayam gataha. So the bija for the next story. Chataka kashthakuttena tatha makshika darduraihi saha milita. So these people came together for a cause. Chataka came together with a kasthakutta. Kasthakutta is another bird, woodpecker. Okay, it's kasthakutta. And Chataka is a sparrow. Chataka kashthakuttena. And similarly Makshika. Okay, so another Makshika met Dardura. Dardura is Manduka. Okay, Manduka is Saha Makshika. Kachit Makshika, a fly came together. And all these people together, Evam Mahajana Virodhena, through mass agitation. Okay, Kunjaraha Pralayam Gataha. An elephant died. Okay, so Dittibha Aha Kathameta. Sapra. So Chataka Dampati Kunjara Katha. Kasvamschid Banodeshe Chataka Dampati Tamala Tarukrita Nilayau Prativasatasma Athatayor Gachata Kalena Santati Rabhavati. Anyasmin Nahani Pramatto Vanagaja Kaschittam Tamala Vriksham Dharmartas Chayarthi Samashritaha. Tato madotkarsha tam tasya shakham chatakashritam pushkaragrena aprishya babhancha. Tasya bhangena chatakandani sarvani vishiranani. Kasvimschit vanodeshe chatakadampati tamala taru krita nilayau prativasataha sma atha tayoho gachata kalena santatihi abhavat. Anyasminne ahani pramattaha vanagajaha kaschit tam tamala vriksham dharmartaha chayarthi samashritaha tataha mada utkarshat tam tasya shakham chatakashritam pushkara agrena आकृष्य बभञ्ज तस्या भङ्गेन चटकाण्डानि सर्वाणि क्षम्यतां चटकाण्डानि सर्वाणि विशीर्णानि. So Chataka Dampati, there lived a sparrow couple where Tamala Taru Krita Nilayo. So they had made a Tamala tree their home. Tamala Taruhu Krita Nilayo. Okay, so they made their Tamala Taru as their home and they lived there. Prativasataha Sma Athatayoho. Then Kalena Gachata. So as time passed by, Tayoho Santatihi Abhavat. So they had children. Anyasmin Nahani. And on one particular day, Pramattaha Vanagajaha. So an intoxicated wild elephant, Kaschit, Tam Tamala Vriksham Dharmartaha Chayarthi Samashritaha. So a wild elephant took refuge in that tree. Tam Tamala Vriksham Samashritaha. So he came under that tree for what? Chayarthi. He wanted some shade. Okay, so he came under this Tamala Vriksha. And why was he Chayarthi? Dharmartaha. Because he was suffering due to heat. Okay, too much of heat. It was very hot. It was a very sunny day. So Dharmartaha. So Dharma Piditaha. Atapa Piditassan Chayarthi Yeshaha Vanagajaha Tam Tamala Vriksham Samashritaha. Tataha Madotkarshat Tam Tasya Shakham Chatakashritam Pushkara Agrena Akrishya Babhanja. Tataha. Then what did he do? Madotkarshat, because of his high mada. Okay, he was very too much intoxicated, the rut was flowing probably, and because of that, tasya chatakashritam shakham, tam chatakashritam, so the shakha, the branch of the tree where the Chataka couple lived, pushkaragrena akrishya, so pulling it with the front portion of his trunk, what did he do? Babhanja, akrishya babhanja, he pulled that and he broke the branch. Tasyaha shakhayaha bhangena, due to the breaking up of that branch, what happened? Chatakandani sarvani vishirnani. So all the eggs laid by this Chataka broke. They were scattered in all the places. Vishirna, sheer actually means to scatter. Okay, so they were scattered here and there and they broke. Ayusheshataya cha Chatakau kathamapi pranairna viyuktau. Atha Chataka Sandabhanga Bhibhuta Pralapan Kurubana Nakinchit Sukhamasasada Atrantare Tasyastan Pralapan Shrutva Kashtakuto Nama Pakshi Tasyaf Paramasuhrit Tadukha Dukhito Dukhitaha Abhyetya Tamuvacha Bhagavati Kim Vritha Pralapena Uktancha Ayusheshataya cha Chatakau kathamapi pranaihi na viyuktau. Atha Chataka Sandabhanga Abhibhuta Pralapan Kurubana Nakinchit Sukham Asasada Atrantare Tasyaha Tan Pralapan Shrutva Kashtakuto Nama Pakshi Tasyaha Paramasuhrit Tadukha Dukhitaha Abhyetya Tam Uvacha Bhagavati Kim Vritha Pralapena. Ayusheshataya. So how did the Chataka couple alone manage to survive? You don't have any reason here, but Ayusheshataya. Because they had some years left in their lifespan. Ayusheshataya. Chatakau kathamapi pranairna viyuktau. Somehow they did not, they were not pranaihi na viyuktau. So they were not devoid of their prana somehow. Atha Chataka. Then Chataka, what happened? Sandabhanga Bhibhuta. Because she was too overwhelmed by this breaking up of her ex, Pralapan Kurvana, continuously she was lamenting. Nakinchit Sukham Asasada. She never attained happiness. She was not able to take that. Atrantare. So what happened in between? Tasyaha tan pralapan shrutva. So listening to the pralapa of this Chataka non-stop, she was going on. Kashthakuto nama pakshi. So a woodpecker. Tasyaha parama suhrit. Okay. So he was her best friend. Okay, very close friend. This Kashthakuta. Taddukha dukkhitaha. He was overwhelmed by her sorrow. Abhyetya. So approaching her, he spoke, Bhagavati, kim vritha pralape. Why are you worrying? Don't worry. There is no use of you lamenting. Uttancha. Nashtam mritamatikkrantam nanushocanti panditaha panditanancha murkhanam visheshoyam yatasmritaha. Nashtam mritamatikkrantam nanushocanti panditaha Panditanancha murkhanam visheshoyam yatasmritaha. Nashtam mritam atikrantam na anushocanti panditaha. Panditanamcha murkhanam visheshaha ayam yataha smritaha. So now Kashthakuta, speaks like Krishna here. We look at this verse, it reminds us of the first verse that Bhagavan speaks in Gita, right? Ashocyan anvashochastvam pragyavadamscha bhashase gatasu nagatasunshcha nanushocanti panditaha. So panditas don't grieve over people who are there and who are gone. Panditas don't do that. And Arjuna, you seem to be talking like a pandita, but actually you are, you look like a murkha to me, because a pandita will not speak like this. So that is what this woodpecker also says. He says, Nashtam, Mritam, Atikrantam, Panditaha na anushocanti. Panditas don't grieve over that which has been destroyed. Nashta, that which has passed over. Mrita and Atikranta, that which has crossed. Okay, so for example, time lost, it has gone past, right? So about these things, panditaha na anushocanti. They don't grieve over this. Yataha ayam panditana murkhanancha visheshaha smritaha. Also, this is what is the bheda between a pandita and a murkha. Tathacha ashochyani ha bhutani yo mudhastani shochati taddukha labhate dukkham dvavanarthau nishevate. Ashochyani ha bhutani yo mudhastani shochati taddukha labhate dukkham dvavanarthau nishevate. Ashochyani iha bhutani yaha mudhaha tani shochati tat dukkhat labhate dukkham dvau anarthau nishevate. So yaha mudhaha iha ashochyani bhutani shochati. So I'm sorry that I have missed bhutani in the Anvaya. So yaha mudhaha, that foolish man who grieves over those things that do not deserve to be grieved upon. Yaha mudhaha ashochyani bhutani yaha shochati saha tad dukkhat dukkham labhate. So because of grieving over, he acquires more grief, okay, more dukkha. Dvau anarthau nishevate. So what does he do? He actually takes up, it's like double burden, right? The first dukkha is grieving upon that which is not to be grieved. And then second anartha, second dukkha that comes out of this is the dukkha which is born of the first dukkha. So he has to bear double burden. We do that. Okay? Is Kashthakutas advice. Chataka praha. Astvetat param dushta gajena madan mama santanakshayaha kritaha. Tad yadi mamatvam suhrit satyaha tadasya gajapasadasya kopi vadhopayas chintyatam. Yasyanusthane na me santatinasha dukkham apasarati. Kashthakuta aha bhagavati satyamabhihitam bhavatya. Uktancha. Chataka praha. No, Chataka says astvetat. So be it. Okay, whatever you are saying is right, but I am not in any mood to listen to all that. Param, dushta gajena, by that wicked elephant, madat, because of mada, mama santanakshayaha kritaha. So he has destroyed my offsprings. Tad yadi mamatvam suhrit satyaha. If you are my real friend, tadasya gajapasadasya. So kopi vadhopayas chintyata. So think of some upaya by which this nicha gaja apasadaha nama nichaha iti artha. Gaja apasadaha tasya gajapasadasya vadhopayas chintatam. So please think of something and think of some upaya so that this gaja may be killed. Yasya anushtanena me santati nasha dukkham apasarati. And that is when the sorrow born out of my santati nasha will go away. Otherwise, I cannot bear this grief. Ashthakutaha aha bhagavati satyam abhihitam bhavatya. Whatever you have spoken is true only, Bhagavati. Uttancha. Sasuhridyasane yasyadanyajatudbhavopi san vriddhau sarvopi mitram syad sarveshameva dehinam. Sasuhridyasane yasyadanyajatudbhavopi san vriddhau sarvopi mitram syad sarveshameva dehinam. Saha suhrit vyasane yaha syat anyajati udbhavaha api san vriddhau sarvaha api mitram syat sarvesham yeva dehina. So this Kashthakota says yaha anyajati udbhavas sannapi. So vyasane sannihitaha syat saha suhrit bhavet. So who is a friend? So Kashthakota is defining the lakshana for a friend here. He is giving the lakshana for a friend. He says anyajati udbhavaha sannapi. So even though he may be born in a different kula, in a different jati, vyasane yaha sannihitaha. So the one who is with you at times of distress, at times of trouble, saha suhrit bhavet. He alone is worthy to be called a friend. Sarvesham dehinam vriddhau sarvaha api mitram syadeva. See, for all dehis, for all people, for all beings, vriddhau nama abhyudaya kale. So the one, when one is doing very good, tadrishe samaye, sarvaha api mitram syadeva. Everybody is a friend then. So everybody is a friend during prosperity, but the one who is a friend to you during distress is alone a good friend, is the real friend, right? So Kashthakota says, yeah, so because I am your real friend Chataka, I have to do something for you. Tatpashya me buddhi prabhavam param mamapi suhridbhuta veenarava nama makshika asti. Tattamahu yagachami yena saduratma dushtagajo vadhyate. Athasau chatakaya saha makshika masadya provacha bhadre mameshteyam chataka kenachid dushtagajena parabhuta andaspotanena tattasya vadhopaya manutishtato me sahayyam kartumarhasi. Tatpashya me buddhi prabhava. So Kashthakota says, no. See how I am going to use my. So look at my buddhi prabhava. See how I am going to use my brain for you. Mama api, but then I want to now increase the number. Okay, mama api suhrit bhuta. So there is another friend of mine, Veena Rava nama Makshika asti. There is another lady fly, okay, who is called Veena Rava. So her Ravaha is Shabdaha. So her Shabda is like that of the sound of Veena. That is why she is called Veena Rava. Okay. Veena Rava nama Makshika asti. Tamahuya agachami. I will go and bring her. Yena saha duratma dushtagajaha vadhyate. Nischayena, we can think of something, all three of us together, so that he may be killed. Atha asau chatakaya saha. Then what did he do? Kashthakota chatakaya saha, along with Chataka, Makshika masadya provacha. So he approached Makshika and said, Bhadre, mama ishta iyam Chataka. So this is my, my dear Chataka, okay, who is a close friend of mine. Kenachid dushtagajena parabhuta. She has been defeated by some dushtagaja, andaspotanena, by destroying all her eggs. Tasya vadhopayam anutishtataha me sahayyam kartumarhasi. So you have to help us now. Okay? We are thinking about a vadhopaya of that elephant. And we are in that stage. Tasya vadhopayam vayam idanim chintayanta smaha etadrishe samaye etasmin samaye mama sahayyam kartum arhasi. So you have to help me at this stage. I am making a vadhopaya and you please help me. I need your help. Makshikapyaha bhadra kimuchyate atra vishaye uktancha. Makshika also says, kimuchyate atra vishaye. What is to be told in this matter? Definitely I am going to help you. Why? Uktancha. Punah pratyupakaraya mitranam kriyate priyam yat punar mitra mitrasya karyam mitrairna kim kritam. Punah pratyupakaraya mitranam kriyate priyam yat punar mitra mitrasya karyam mitrairna kim kritam. So this Makshika says, see, punaha pratyupakaraya mitranam priyam kriyate. See, expecting a future help, okay, a future upakara, mitranam priyam kriyate. People generally tend to help friends because they know that they might be in trouble sometime in future. And they would naturally expect the friend to come and stand for them. And that is why they do. Yat punaha mitra mitrasya karyam nakriyate chet tarhi mitraihi kim kritam. See, if one does not help in the accomplishment of a friend's friend, mitra mitrasya karyam kopi nakriyate chet. If somebody does not come forward and offer help, mitraihi kim kritam. Then what has been done? Then what is the point of having friend at all? Okay, that is what Makshika says. She says, I am ready to do, basically. You don't worry. Okay, I am ready to offer my service. Satyametat. Param mama api bheko meghanado nama mitram tishtati tamapyahuya yathochitam kurma. And see, Satyametat. See, these words are really true. Mitra mitrasya karyam nischayena sadhaniyam ityeva satyam iti sa vadati. Ka Makshika Veenarava vadati. Param. But then I have another friend. Amapi bhekaha mandukaha. Bhekaha nama mandukaha. There is a frog friend of mine called Meghanada. Meghanadaha nama mitram tishtati. Tamapi ahuya yathochitam kurma. So let us call him also and then think what we can do. Uktancha. Hitai sadhu samacharai shastrajnair matishalibhihi kathanchinna vikalpante vidvadbhischintitanayaha. Hitai sadhu samacharai shastrajnair matishalibhihi kathanchinna vikalpante vidvadbhischintitanayaha. Hitaihi sadhu samacharaihi shastrajnaihi matishalibhihi kathanchit na vikalpante vidvadbhihi chintitaha nayaha. So now this Makshika introduces Meghanada, and because of this verse, we also know that Makshika has a very high opinion about Meghanada. He thinks that, he is a Shastrajna and he can make good upayas, is what this Makshika thinks. That is why she says, Hitaihi sadhu samacharaihi shastrajnaihi matishalibihi vidvadbihi chintitaha nayaha kathanchit na vikalpante. So, navikalpante means they never become unyielding. Okay? They always gives result. Okay. Vidvadbihi chintitaha nayaha. The policies that are crafted by scholars, by intelligent people, by wise men, they kathanchit navikalpante. They always yield one or the other positive result. They never become fruitless. Kidrishaihi vidvadbihi, what kind of scholars? Matishalibihi. Okay, so they have to have a very sharp intellect. Matishalibihi vidvadbihi. Punaha kidrishaihi shastrajnaihi, and they should also be well versed in Artha Shastra. Okay, so they just like that, they cannot, something that comes to their mind, That is never encouraged. Okay, because what comes out from an individual mind, okay, that is never considered a pramana in the sampradaya in any field. Okay, be it Artha Shastra or Vedanta Shastra, any Shastra, okay, because we understand the nature of human mind and we know it to be limited. So we never take risk in trusting an individual's opinion. Okay, that is why, however great a jnani, however great, so he might be a jnani and he might be free. That's all. See, jnani, he is free and he roams around freely, there is no problem. But the moment he starts imparting the knowledge, he cannot impart it just as his own experience. There has to be Shastra collaboration. He has to say that this is not just my individual experience, this has been corroborated by so many other people in the Shastra. So that is the Shastra, that is Apta Vakya, right? So without Shastra Pramana, Matishali, Vidwan, these people are not at all, they are not, their advice is not to be taken in any Shastra. That is why here, once again, we have this pada Shastrajnai. So just a Matisha, just being a Matishali, Vidwan, Sadhu Samachara and Hita is not enough for a person to be a policy maker for a king. That is why Kula is stressed upon. What is his family lineage? So what has been his takeaway? Does he have a proper Shastra Adhyayana? Does he know the Purvacharya's mata? All these things have to be considered and then it is allowed. That is why Tarka is also allowed, but then Shastra Sammata Tarka is to be done. And if one has to do Shastra Sammata Tarka, one has to know the Shastra invariably. So one has to be a Shastrajna. There is no other option. Even for an extremely intelligent, wise, even a liberated person, if he wants to come and teach, it just cannot be his own opinion. That is his own experience. His own experience is never enough pramana. One always needs a Shastra Pramana in the tradition. That is why we say, there's a famous Vakya, I forgot, Upanishad Vakya that says, one has to be a Shrotriya and a Brahmanistha. So one has, so the Guru who, the Shishya approaches should be a Shrotriya and a Brahmanistha. That is, he has to be a Sampradaya with, he has to know the Shastra and he also should be rooted in his own experience. He becomes an ideal Guru. Okay? So anyway, bit of a diversion. Shastrajnaihi matishalivihi vidvadvihi chintitaha nayaha. So the policies that are devised by such people never become non-yielding. They are always fructuous. They give some result. They give good results. Why hitaihi is used here? Because am I audible? Why hitaihi is used here is because the person who is formulating the policy should also be a hita. That is, who is interested in the welfare of the people or the state for which the policy is being crafted, or interested in the welfare of the king for whom the policy is being crafted. Right? That is why hitaihi is also mentioned. Astu. Athate trayopi gatva meghanadasyagre samastam vrittantam nivedya tasthu. Atha saprovacha. Yanmatrosau varako gajo mahajanasya kupitasyagre tanmadiyo mantra kartavyaha. Makshike tvam gatva madhyanha samaye tasya madodhatasya gajasya karne veenarava sadrisham shabdam hu. Yena shravana sukha lalaso nimirita nayano bhavati. Atha te trayaha api gatva meghanadasya agre samastam vrittantam nivedya tasthuhu. Atha saha provacha kiyanmatraha asau varakaha gajaha mahajanasya kupitasya agre tat madiyaha mantraha kartavyaha. Makshike Tvam gatva madhyanha samaye tasya madodhatasya gajasya karne veena-rava sadrisham shabdam kuru yena shravana sukha lalasaha nimilita nayanaha bhavati. These three, they go to Meghanada. Meghanadasya agre gatva samastam vrittantam nivedya tasthu. So they stood near Meghanada, after narrating the whole vrittanta. Then Saha Provacha, Meghanada says, Kiyan matraha asau varakaha gajaha. He is after all a poor elephant. Okay. He's talking about the evidence like an elephant like that. Kiyan matraha. What could be the value? How significant could that poor elephant be in front of Mahajanasya Kupitasya Agre, in front of angry Mahajana, in front of a huge agitated mass? What can even a very powerful individual do? Okay. Madiyaha mantraha kartavyaha. So you please follow my advice. Makshike, he instructs the Makshika. Tvam gatva madhyanha samaye. So choose a nice proper afternoon time. Tasya samipam gatva madodhatasya gajasya karne. So when he is high in mada, what do? You go near his ear and veena-rava sadrisham shabdam kuru. So make this sound, okay, the humming sound. So create this sound similar to that of veena, which is very pleasing for the ear. Yena shravana sukha lalasaha. So he will become lalasa. Shravana sukha lalasaha saha bhavishyati. So he would want to hear more of it. He will become greedy for that, shravana sukha, of that pleasing thing that comes to his ears. Nimilita nayano bhavishyati. So immediately he will close his eyes. Tatascha kashtakuta chanchva spotita nayanaha andhi tatascha kashtakuta chanchva spotita nayano andhibhuta strisharto mama garta tatashritasya saparikarasya shabdam shrutva jalashayam matva samabhyeti tato gartamasadya patishyati panchatvam yasyati che. Evam samavaya kartavyo yatha vairasadhanam bhavati. Tataha cha काष्ठकूट चंचवा स्फोटित नयनः अंधीभूतः तृषार्तः मम गर्ततटाश्रितस्य सपरिकरस्य शब्दं श्रुत्वा जलाशयं मत्वा समभ्येति ततः गर्तमासाद्य पतिष्यति पंचत्वं यास्यति च इति. एवं समवायः कर्तव्यः यथा वैरसाधनं भवति. ततः, then what will happen? You go and he will close his eyes. You make this veena-rava sadrisha shabda, and he will be pleased with the sound, and he will close his eyes. Then kashtakuta chanchva. Then what will he? So kashtakuta chanchva, using due to the beak of this kashtakuta spotita nayana. So what will happen? We will blind him. We are going to peck his eyes. Okay, just the way this kashtakuta pecks the wood, okay, we will peck off his eyes. Spotita nayanaha bhavishyati andhibhutaha. Then he will become blind. Trishartaha. Then what will happen? He will become thirsty. Trishartaha mama gartatata ashritasya saparikarasya shabdam shrutva. So meanwhile, what I am going to do? I am going to, gather all my parikara, my parivara near a huge pit. Garta is a pit, okay, and I'm going to start making noise there. Okay, listening to the noise, what will the Gaja assume? He will assume that there is a huge water reservoir there, and he will come there and fall. Mama garta tatashritasya saparikarasya shabdam shrutva. Mama shabdam shrutva. Kidrishasya mama saparikarasya. So I will be along with all my bandhavas. Okay, we are going to make hearing the frogs croaking sound. Jalashayam matva samabhyeti. Samipam agachati. Tataha gartamasadya patishyati. Then he will fall into the pit. Panchatvam yasyati. And then he will die. He will perish. Evam samavayaha kartavyaha. In this manner, one has to, associate. One has to increase the strength in the union. Yatha vairasadhanam bhavishyati. In such a manner that the enemy may be subdued. In such a manner, one has to create unions, create aggregations. Ityeva Meghanadasya mantraha. Atha तथानुष्ठिते समत्तगजो मक्षिका गेय सुखान् निमीलितनेत्रः काष्ठकूटहृतचक्षुर्मध्याह्न समये भ्राम्यन् मंडूक शब्दानुसारी गच्छन् महतीं गर्तामासाद्य पतितो मृतश्च अतोऽहं ब्रवीमि चठका काष्ठकूटेन इति. अथ तथानुष्ठिते सति. Then when this plan was executed, सः मत्तगजः Makshika Geya Sukhat Nimilita Nayanaha. Listening to the song of Makshika, Makshikayaha Geya Sukhat Nimilita Nayanaha. He closed his eyes. What did happen? What happened then? Kashthakuta Hrita Chakshuhu. So his eyes were taken away by Kashthakuta. Madhyanha Samaye Brahmyan, wandering here and there during the afternoon time. Manduka Shabdanusari Gachan. So he followed the sound of the Manduka, the frogs, Mahatim Gartam Asatya. So he reached a huge pit and fell there. Patitaha Ritascha, and died and perished. Ataha Aham Bravimi Chataka Kashthakutena. That is why Titibha, I am telling you Chataka Kashthakutena. I am Gajaha Pralayam Gataha. That is why I am telling you. So please gather your friends and do some sort of a mass agitation against the Samudra. That will be fruitful for you. Continuing with the Titibha Samudra Katha. Titibha aha bhadre yevam bhavatu suhridvarga samudayena saha samudram shoshayishya. So that is the main point here, right? So what was the main idea in the previous story? That different jatis, okay, can come together for a higher cause. And as we can see in the story, they seem to have had good relationships also, right? In fact, so we hear about the Chataka Dampati, but then the female Chataka never seems to have asked, a help from her husband. Mr. Chataka is not there in the story. Chataka immediately approaches this Kashtakuta, who is a male. Okay, Kashtakutaha, but then she is a Chataka. And then this Kashtakuta has another female friend, Makshika, from another jati. Right? And this Makshika, female Makshika, has a Meghanada, okay, who is a Sakha from another jati. So people seem to have enjoyed cordial relations. Okay. So from this story we can see, and it says that when you understand that you cannot take on an enemy who is very powerful, and what you do, you gather people, and instead of making it a one-to-one fight, you make it a many-to-one fight. And no matter how huge the enemy, he shall perish in front of because of the sheer advantage that the quantity has got. Purely because of quantity, you can win over him. This can be one strategy. It is not that quantity will always prevail over quality. We cannot draw such a general lesson from this. But then we can understand that in certain contexts, this can be very useful, wherein instead of going against a powerful enemy all by oneself, one can increase one's number, and quantitatively you can defeat by making it a many-to-one fight. That is what is Titibha's idea, and Titibha agrees. Suhridvarga samudayena saha samudram shoshayishyami. By taking the help of our Suhridvarga, of our friend circle, I am going to dry up this ocean. Iti nishchitya bakasarasa mayuradin samahuya provacha. Bhoho parabhutoham samudrena andakapaharena tachintyata masya shoshanopayaha te sammantrya projuhu ashaktavayam samudra shoshane tatkim vritha prayasena Titibha aha bhadre evam bhavatu. Astu, this is a good idea. Here I am agreeing with you, and let me Am I audible? Got logged off for a while. Am I audible now? Hello? Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. समुद्रेण पराभूतः अहं समुद्रेण अंडक अपहरेण. So by this samudra who has stolen my eggs, I have been defeated. The chintyatam asya shoshanopayah. So let us think of an upaya that will dry him up. Te sammantriya projhu. So they discussed amongst themselves and said, Ashaktaha vayam samudra shoshane. Okay, we are incapable of drying up the samudra. Kim vratha prayasena tat kim. What is the use of an wasteful effort? So let us not do that. We are not with you. So say the crane and peacocks and sarasa is another crane type bird, I think. Tad asmakam swami vainateyaha asti. But then we have an upaya. Our swami vainateya is there. Asmakam swami vainateyaha garudaha asti. Tasmai sarvametat paribhavasthanam nivedyatam. Yena swajati paribhava kupito vairanranyam gacchati. Athava atra avalepam karishyati tathapi nasti vo dukkham uktancha. Tadasmakam swami vainateyaha asti. So our swami is vainateya. Tasmai sarvametat paribhavasthanam nivedyatam. So let us narrate all these stories of paribhava. Paribhava is defeat, right? So we will narrate our situation. Paribhavasthanam nivedyatam. Yena swajati paribhava kupitaha. So angered by the defeat that has come upon his jati, vaira andrinyam gacchati. So he will become free of debt in case of the vaira. Means what? So he will. So one who is indebted cannot go against the person you are indebted to, right? So once this person is free of debt, means what? He will ready to become. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So yena swajati paribhava kupitaha vairandranyam gacchati. So he will become ready to be ready to take revenge against the vairi. He will become ready for that. Athava atra avalepam karishyati chet tathapi nasti vo dukkham. So if he is not going to be mindful of our problem and show his ego, saying that, see, what is my place and what is your place, and you are coming and asking me, I'm not going to do anything. Evam rupena avalepam karishyati chet. If he is going to show his ego, there is nothing for us to lose. Nasti vo dukkham vai uktancha. Suhridi nirantara chitte gunavati bhritye nuvartini kalatre swamini shakti samete nivedya dukkham sukhi bhavati. Suhridi nirantara chitte gunavati bhritye nuvartini kalatre swamini shakti samete nivedya dukkham sukhi bhavati. I think we have seen this verse elsewhere in the text. Suhridi nirantara chitte gunavati bhritye anuvartini kalatre swamini shakti samete nivedya dukkham sukhi bhavati. Nirantara chitte suhridi gunavati bhritye anuvartini kalatre shakti samete swamini dukkham nivedya sukhi bhavati. So after expressing our sadness to these people, one becomes happy. We become happy. So what kind of people? Nirantara chitte suhriti. So a suhrit who has the same mind as that of us, where there is no difference in the minds, where there is no difference in thoughts. Tadrishe suhriti, tadrishe mitre, gunavati bhritye. Similarly, in a servant who is very, very who has very fine qualities, who will be pained by our dukkha and think of an upaya to bring us out of it. Tadrishe bhritye, tadrishe sevake, evameva anuvartini kalatre. So in the wife who is an anuvartini, okay, who follows our path and who has the same ideals, visions and goals in life as us, tadrishe kalatre, Shakti Samayate Swamini, and also in a Swami who has a lot of power. Okay, so that he can fight for our cause and relieve us from our pain. Etadrisheshu janeshu dukkham nivedya janaha sukhi bhavati. So when one shares his pain with such people, there is huge relief. So we don't have to worry, even if Vainateya is not going to immediately entertain our request, something will come out of it. Once, probably, once, somebody knows that, the great Vainateya has been reported to, maybe something else can happen in the world, we don't know. But reporting to Vainateya is a good option. Is the advice of Baka, Mayura, etc. to the Chataka. I think we can stop here. Suhriti Nirantara Chitte, no, there is no Sati Saptami usage here. Tasmin Dukkham Nivedya Sukhi Bhavati, that's all. In whom confiding our pain, in that person, one is relieved of pain. That's all. There is no Sati Saptami here. Okay. And hands are raised. Yes, Mahoday.
Mahoday, namaskara. Atra Panchatvam Yasyati. Is it some kind of an idiomatic usage?
Yeah. Panchatvam Yasyati, it means to become one with the Panchabhutas again.
Oh, great. Thanks.
So to die.
Oh, thanks a lot. Nice of you. Thank you.
Okay. Any other raised hands? No. I think we can stop here and then continue tomorrow. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.